Good morning, students, and welcome to the session of Energy Audit and Management, Unit 4. So far, we have studied what are losses, how to calculate the loss, and what steps should be taken to control losses. Today, we are going to see what are different types of energy audit. We saw that basically there are three types of energy audits, or there are three types of ways by which the energy audit is conducted. These three types are preliminary energy audit or walkthrough energy audit, targeted energy audit, and detailed energy audit. So we'll study these types today one by one. So let us begin with what is preliminary energy audit. So preliminary energy audit or walkthrough energy audit indicates that it is a short duration energy audit, or it is taken only for understanding what are the problems is required to be attended during energy audit. It involves different things like instant energy audit. For 1 hour you can conduct energy audit and find losses. As I gave an example last time that if you have visited some installation, let us say residential consumer, and from his bill, if you are coming to know that what are the average units. So if average unit of that consumer is 200, then he can calculate roughly whether he arrives at that figure. As you know that kWh can be calculated as voltage into current into power factor. So if this is found out for 1 month, calculated for 1 month, we'll have a rough idea about number of units. Voltage, as we know, is 230 volt for a single phase. Power factor, we have to assume, let us say 0.95 is the power factor, and the current is normal peak current during the period of 1 hour. What is the normal peak current? That can be found out through tongue tester or through some tests. Let us suppose that the current comes out to be 1.5 ampere. Then with this data, we can compute the consumption for 1 month. Let us apply the formula that the number of units or kWh is Vi cos phi. So V is 230 volt, I is 1.5, cos phi is 0.95. Now this is Wh, so you have to divide by 1000. So this becomes kWh for 1 hour. For 24 hours it is multiplied by 24, and for 1 month it is multiplied by 30 days. So it comes out to be around 235 kWh, which is in the tune of 200 units that we have seen from the bills. So that is how we can conduct instant energy audit and have some idea, not a perfect idea, but at least a rough idea whether the consumption is in line or otherwise. If there is a vast difference, then you can go for a detailed energy audit, check it thoroughly. These are the things involved, works involved in conducting preliminary energy audit or walkthrough energy audit. Number one is find out instant losses, as I have told you, explained right now. It involves use of electricity bill. Therefore, you should collect the electricity bills for at least 1 year or so, or at least you should have one bill which gives the details of energy history, that is last 12 month kWh consumption. Second, you can go through the records which are available there, and you need not go through records. You should see only whether they are filled in properly or not, or whether they are maintained properly or not. In number of cases, it is observed that the record is not filled in properly, so that should not be there. Then you should have a walk in the electrical installation or switchyard and see whether the earthing is done properly, and earthing pits are being properly watered, and so on. Then you can see what are different types of lights in the yard, in the building, in the passage, in the garden, and check whether they are working or not. Then you should go through different equipments like transformers and other things and check whether they are working properly or not, just by overall observation, and also check whether they are derated, if they are being utilized below their installed capacity or available capacity. Then you can see whether there is a cable drop. If the length of cable is more, then there will be reduction in loss. There will be, you will have to pay more for that cable drop. Therefore, such situation should be observed, and in this way, you can take all these measures to check as a preliminary measure. You can also check whether some tamper is there, some bypass is there. This can be physically and immediately seen. So these things come under preliminary energy audit. The second type of energy audit is a targeted energy audit, which is targeted for a part of system. If the system is big, it will take a lot of time to conduct energy audit. If you want to conduct energy audit for a particular part, you feel that it should be done, then that is called targeted energy audit. For example, the power system installation may have a number of transformers, breakers, then lines, and so many things. Bays are there. So you can take one part, for example, line, and the energy audit of the line is can be a targeted energy audit. For example, as I have said that if AR units entered and BR units received on the line, then A minus B upon A into 100 will give the line loss. So line loss can be computed. Second, we can check whether PID testing of the line is done properly. PID means puncture insulation detection. If the insulator has been punctured, then that can be detected through PID. So whether the PID testing is done or not, that you can see. You can check current carrying capacity of the transmission line and check whether reconductoring is required by seeing the capacity of the line. If it is overloaded, then you can replace it by other conductor. Or if the transmission line has got deterioration, damages in the strands, then they need replacement. So such type of things can be done in targeted energy audit. And the third and final is detailed energy audit, which is very important because most of the audits are based on detailed energy audit. Detailed energy audit, as name indicates, is the energy audit which is conducted in details. And the purpose of this audit is to have detailed analysis of audits carried out. There are three types of detailed energy audit. One is pre-audit, second is audit, and third is post-audit. So these three phases are there for detailed energy audit. In pre-audit, we have to make the preliminary arrangements, like we can to collect some data required while conducting energy audit. For example, password of some system, username of some system. So such type of data should be collected. Secondly, you should have tools and plants and equipments required to conduct audit, like tongue tester, harmonic analyzer, power quality analyzer, reference meter. So these are tools and plants required. So you may have to make arrangements prior to conducting that energy audit. So that coming under preliminary, not preliminary, pre-energy audit. Then in sufficient manpower, you have to make allocation of manpower for conducting different tasks. For example, if you want to conduct simultaneous measurements, then you have to form two batches, one at one place, other at other place. And simultaneously they will measure and check whether it is done or not. Then you have to plan what you have to do, what are the line of action to be done. So that is coming under planning phase. So in this way, the detailed audit will comprise of the second phase, that is, or preliminary phase for conducting energy audit, and the second phase is energy audit. So it is actual energy audit. You have to make connections, you have to take readings, you have to do recording, then you have to conduct measurements, and you have to retrieve data whenever it is required. So these all things where actual energy audit is covered under the phase actual energy audit or energy audit. And the third and last phase is post energy audit. That after conducting energy audit, what is to be done? So first thing is that you have to do the data analysis. That whatever data you have received, you have to analyze that data. For example, it will have certain activities like finding minimum, finding maximum, and finding average. So this is analysis. You can come to know these parameters, and then you can take some decision based on these parameters. And final thing required for detailed energy audit, final stage, or post detailed energy audit, or post energy audit, that you have to prepare energy audit report. So energy audit report, as I told you, involves detailed discussions about energy audits conducted, what are recommendations in the energy audit, and what are the suggestions for improvement, and implementation plan, line of action or action plan for implementation. So all this will be covered under detailed energy audit phase 3, that is post energy audit. So in this way, these three phases, namely pre-audit, audit, and post-audit, are the three main components of conducting detailed energy audit. So students, will wrap up here, and hope that you have understood various types of energy audits. We'll conduct our discussions in the next session regarding further part of related to energy audit. So thank you very much, and see you again in the next session. Till then, goodbye.